we have a good covering. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Christ and Creative Therapy. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to start your own compost bin at home using a trash bin, okay? So, as you see here, I have one. This is, I think, a 32-gallon trash bin. And I started out some years ago doing it, and I was just throwing some things in here. And of course I didn't know how to properly maintain it, so I'm going to show you how to do it, right? This is an easy step-by-step video for beginners. So you start with whatever container is fit for you. I actually started doing this some years ago and wasn't properly doing it, wasn't properly maintaining, so I thought I want to share with you the information that I've learned over the years of doing it wrong, so you can skip all over the mistakes and learn from me. Alright, so I have a 32-gallon trash bin here. Next you want to do is drill some holes. Now if you have a drill bit, you can make 2 to 3 inch holes. If you have a drill that's that size, so you don't have to make as many holes. But if you have a small drill bit like me, gotta turn it on, then you probably have to make some more holes. Now you can't see it, but let me see if I can pull it up a little bit. These holes here are probably about 8 to 10 inches across this bin, and I have them like 4 here, 6 here, have them quite frequently. And I also want to note that I do have them on the bottom. It's important that you do create holes on the bottom so that the air can get into it and is able to decompose. Alright, so take your drill bit, and we're just going to drill in. So of course, safety is always first. You want to make sure you have goggles, gloves, all that you need to be as safe as possible, okay? Do not want to forget the holes at the bottom of the compost so that the dirt down there can get air as well. All right, so we're going to go ahead and drill some holes down here as well. Alright guys, so if by chance you did 2 to 3 inch holes, it's very important that you cover those holes so that little critters cannot get in and spoil your compost and just have their own feast with all of it. Alright, so what you want to do is put some kind of screening right over these holes. So I have like a fiberglass replacement screening here, and I also have a weed control film. These are just different things that I had lying around in the garage, and so once again, you just want some kind of screening that's going to allow air in, as well as is compatible with glue that is going to be able to stick inside. So here I have some E6000 epoxy glue that's really good. This pretty much sticks to a lot of materials, and you want to make sure that you cover your hands because it can get a lot of sticky. It can get very sticky, and it also can be permanent, okay? Alright guys, so next, if you had 2 to 3 inch holes, you just want to use some of your screening material, cut it slightly bigger than the hole, so maybe about 1 inch all around. So if you had the hole, if it was 3 inches, then you may want to cut a 4x4 piece. If it was 2 inches, then you want to cut a 3x3 piece, okay? Alright, so I have my patch here, and then I'm going to take some glue and put it on one side, right? Because that's the side that's going to stick inside of the trash can. And so you're just going to find the glue that's best for you. Once again, I had epoxy glue on the inside from all the different arts and crafts projects that I do. right, once you have your good coating on all four corners, then we're going to paste it inside of your trash composite, okay? All right, so now that you found the hole that you're going to do, we're going to lay this over it. Make sure we have a good covering. Just going to press down over the edges to make sure it's laying flat. It's secured to the trash bin. All right, you see that's on there and it's covering. So you probably can't see it, but right there it's covered. So therefore air is allowed in, and then no critters aren't allowed in, right? So once it's, you know, the glue is dried out or dried up, it's going to hold this patch securely over this hole, so nothing is allowed in except for air. All right, guys, and I forgot to mention, don't forget to drill holes in the top of your lid, right? And so if you have those 2 to 3 inch drill holes, then you also want to cover this as well, right? We want to keep animals and critters out and keep all the air in, or allow all the air in. All right, so now that we actually have the compost created and ready to put materials in there, we're just going to do just that. So it's important that you create layers into it. So first I'm gonna start off with some garden soil that I have. I am working on getting my garden ready for the year. So in about 2 weeks, I'll be planting some beautiful flowers and vegetables, all right? So I have this Miracle Grow garden soil that I'm going to layer at the bottom. If by chance you have sticks and twigs, that's something good to put at the bottom as well, as it will allow air to come in from the bottom. But it does take a little bit longer. But I'm going to go ahead and start with my dirt. All right, so next we're just going to put our organic matter, I guess the food. Now there are certain things that you do not want to put in here, especially foods that have like chemicals, heavy on the chemicals, maybe like, you know, pesticides. Definitely not any of your animals or your pets feces, unless you have chickens. Leave, or horses or cows, those may be good. All right, so should have just probably chopped this up. I'll come back to that, but I already have some nice tomatoes in here. Some grapes. Seedless grapes. And then I just have different things that I've had in the kitchen, like some onions, sweet potato, eggshells, zucchini, that we're just gonna mix all in there. And so I'm really a big believer of repurposing everything in your house if you're not able to recycle it. So this right here, if you can see, was actually a bag for my Fiji apples. So I've just used this or repurposed it as far as holding the compost items in my kitchen until I'm ready to put it in the actual compost, all right? All right, so next, this may be a little iffy with some people. I do a lot of editing, and work on a lot of books and manuscripts. So you can use some paper, really brown paper. Brown leaves are very good at this stage, but some of this stuff I'm able to recycle. I actually do workshops of how to turn this paper into some other paper, but I want to put some in here. I want to avoid paper that is heavy on like chemicals or wax or even color ink, all right? So I'm just going to put some in here. Try to steer away from the color because I just saw some. So just sprinkle a little bit. I'm not going to put a lot because I do see that this bag that I probably have about 4 or 5 bags in my trash can. It has some color. So instead of, you know, paper, this is a great opportunity to use some of those brown leaves that's in your yard. All right. And last but not least, what you want, not last, I actually had some coffee grounds, right? And coffee is very nitrogen rich, and it's very good to help your compost decompose and get ready. So sprinkle some of that all in there. And even if you had you know, the coffee in the little paper black bags, you can use that as well. That's able to put it on the compost. Okay. And last, just gonna put a little bit of water to help it. And then I'm going to mix it all. I have one of these sticks here, and just mix it. All right. All right, and so then you put your lid on it, and wherever you plan on hosting or having this, you want to make sure that it sits on some bricks so that air can get at the bottom. That is why we put those holes there. So once you know, get a, 2 of those red bricks or whatever. You can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever your supply store is, and sit this on top of some bricks so that air can get underneath the bottom. Periodically, you want to take your compost off of the bricks and rotate it, right? This is what you would do. Just keep it rotated so that everything is being mixed up and air is getting to every compartment. Yes, so perfect. There you have it. That is step-by-step how to start your compost bin using a trash can for beginners. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Christ and Creative Therapy, and I pray that you have a blessed day.